How a good deed nearly landed me in jail. I am a 37-year-old man who lives in the States, but I'm from Senegal. One day after I have returned from the States to go back home for a vacation, I reconnected with some old friends who were good to me during the time I had nothing. Life was so hard when I was in Senegal. There was hardly any businesses, and I was my mother's only child. We only had each other growing up since my father died early, so I do not play with her and I listen to her advice. Weeks after my vacation in Senegal, I had to return to the States. And one of my friends I reconnected with told me that his family in the state won local foodstuffs. He would send me some stuffs so that I can send it to them. I told him that he should bring it tomorrow, and when I went home, I told my mother about it. She was against it, but she said because I have given my words, I should do it. But she's worried. I should text my friend and ask what he wants me to take to abroad for his family. My friend replied with details of the foodstuffs, and I told him to make sure he wraps it well. He said, sure. I had a feeling I should screenshot the chat, which I did, and which probably saved me. Early the next day, my friend brought the stuffs and I checked it before packing it in my luggage. Later that day, I departed for America. At the airport, my worst fear came true. When it was time for my check-in, they found cocaine inside the fish and yam I was taking for my friend's family. I was so shocked. I was detained and held for questioning. I broke down in tears, denying that those things were mine. I swore that I've never seen or touched cocaine before in my life. I told them that the things were given to me by a friend who wanted me to take it to his family. I took off my phone to show them the chat, not knowing this guy has deleted everything he sent me. Luckily for me, I had screenshotted the chat, which saved me. After much investigation, I was let go and my friend was arrested. I told myself, never will I do this for anyone again. How can a good endeavor nearly cost me my entire life? I'm still in shock after a year of this episode, and I get goosebumps whenever I hear it. Wow. So I know people who, when they're going to abroad, some people give them stuff to send to their family, and not all of them have that intention to put drugs in it. But I think it is better to not take stuff for people when traveling outside of the country. This man is lucky he screenshotted the chat and had some evidence that these items were not for him. Lucky him. But I know some people have fallen prey for certain things like this. Be careful.